Hello, everyone. I'm Lynette Lim, the founder of Pollyanna Consulting and Connect the Marketing Dots. I'm really excited to be here with you today. Thank you for carving out time from your busy schedules. Now, let me ask, have you felt like your email list isn't growing fast enough or that it's filled with names who never actually turn into clients? Well, you're not alone. Today, we're going to dive into a smarter way to build your list with quiz funnels. They don't just attract the right people, they build trust and deliver personalized value immediately. And that's why today's session is called The Smart Woman's Guide to List Building Quiz Funnels. It's designed for you, women entrepreneurs who want to grow strategically without the burnout of having to personalize every single email or DM. So here's what you take away from our time together: what a quiz funnel is and what is not, and why it's such a powerful lead generation tool, how it helps you build a more qualified list by segmenting leads and delivering value automatically, and how to attract people who actually want to hear from you and buy from you. Let's be honest, traditional list building is exhausting. We all know a strong email list is a business asset. It's your potential customers, your warm leads, your biggest fans. But building that list, that's the slog. You set up a lead magnet, you cross your fingers and hope that people download it and that they actually open up the follow-up emails. And if they don't, well, you're left wondering what went wrong. Plus, if you're juggling clients, family care, content creation, and everything else, who has the time to write endless nurture emails or manually tailor every single response? So let's break down the 3 big blockers most women entrepreneurs face when it comes to growing a high converting list. Number 1, you're spending too much time creating new content. Your lead magnets, PDFs, checklists, guides keep going stale. You're stuck in a cycle of constantly making new freebies just to keep your list growing. How do you grow your list without spending all day creating content? The second one is you're attracting names, but not leads. You might be collecting email addresses, but the people on your list aren't engaging or converting into clients. The real challenge isn't building a big list. It's building a responsive list, one filled with people who think, I needed that. Number 3, you want to personalize your marketing, but the tech just overwhelms you. Personalization matters, but figuring out the tools, the logic, the automation makes your head spin, right? So you don't have time to write 27 different emails or master every funnel platform out there. So how do you deliver personalized value without getting stuck in the tech paralysis? That's exactly where quiz funnels shine. They simplify, segment, and personalize on autopilot. But before I get into that, let me tell you how I ended up doing this work. I spent 25 years in retail, 14 of which was running my own retail and distribution business. Back then, our list was our lifeline. But when retail became unsustainable for independents like me, I pivoted. I returned to corporate marketing, this time at Singapore Management University. And again, we were list building for prospective students, alumni, leads. Eventually, I had to leave to care for my mother. She has Parkinson's and she had a fall, and her rehabilitation required 24/7 care. I was at the Singapore Tourism Board at the time on a contract, and I remember waking up one morning thinking, you know what? I'm sick, my father's sick, and my helper is sick. Like, who's going to look after mom? So that was when I decided to take a step back, reassess everything, and I realized I needed to find a way that I could use my skill, but have that flexibility. So that was when I launched my own consultancy. And since then, I've worked with clients like Greenology, the Bridge Fashion Incubator, and served as a course advisor for the Ask Method company, the Fortune Inc. 5000 business known for its work in quiz funnels. So let's get into the heart of today's session. Here's why quiz funnels make strategic sense right now. There are 2 main points I'd like to cover. Consumers expect personalization. So, in today's digital world, according to McKinsey, 71% expect personalized experiences and 76% get frustrated when they don't receive them. This tells you that personalization is becoming more and more important, especially with AI and all that happening right now. And we're a first party data world. The third party data from platforms like Facebook and Google is less reliable now, especially with all the algorithm changes, privacy laws. So, what we need to, as a business, rely on is first party data. And this is where quizzes give you that sort of data because it gives you direct insights from your audience. That means better segmentation, smarter messaging, and deeper relationships. So, let's zoom out. Every customer goes through a journey, and there are 5 stages: the discovery, the connection, the comparison, the commitment, and the purchase phases. We structured it in such a way that you can also see that if they are in the discovery or connection phase, they're probably problem aware. That means they know they have a problem and they're searching for a solution. So they're going online, Googling or YouTube, trying to find out what is a possible solution to the problems that they have. And the other stages, like the comparison and the commitment phase, is the solution awareness stage. So that means they are aware that your solution exists, that you exist. And so now they're basically shopping for the best possible price or benefits or features, a solution that actually really addresses the issues that they have. So, how a quiz can support you throughout this 5-stage customer journey funnel is, for example, in the discovery phase, a quiz funnel actually acts like a dynamic lead magnet. It captures the attention and sparks curiosity. It's far more engaging than a static PDF or a checklist. And in the connection phase, it creates instant engagement through interactive and self-reflective questions. So that helps your audience feel seen and understood. And in the comparison phase, it delivers tailored results that position your offer as the most relevant solution, making it easier to evaluate and to choose you. And in the commitment phase, it builds a deeper trust, like assessment scorecards that showcase your expertise and pre-frame the value of your offer. And finally, in the purchase phase, it enhances the onboarding by gathering essential insights upfront so you can personalize the client journey from day one and deliver a seamless experience. So, what is a quiz funnel? It's part fun and part strategy. So, it's a lead generation tool that attracts, qualifies, and segments your audience all in one go. Think about BuzzFeed, the quizzes, like which Disney princess are you, for example. So, it's like a fun quiz, but with the business goals backing behind it. So, it's a conversation starter. It can take on many forms, a survey, an assessment, or scorecard. It's just different language for the same smart tactic. Here's what it looks like in your business. For example, this is looking at the quiz at the discovery phase. So it's the first part of the customer journey funnel. For example, you drive traffic, whether it's paid or organic, to your quiz. They take the quiz, they get segmented, and then they receive emails which are personalized, and then you make your offer based on those responses. Then your sales funnel process takes it from there. Now, let's look behind the scenes at what makes a quiz funnel work. It's not just a fun quiz, but as a lead generation machine. A quiz funnel isn't just a cute gimmick, it's a strategic mechanism that guides your prospect through a journey of discovery, qualification, and conversion. Now, the framework: attract, diagnose, prescribe, which you see at the bottom of the slide. Think of it like a simplified version of what a doctor does. They listen to your symptoms, so they diagnose, they understand your condition, so they segment, and then they prescribe a treatment, which is the offer. Your quiz funnel works the same way. It attracts, this is the hook, what gets someone to stop scrolling and click. It includes a compelling topic that speaks to your audience's pain or desire, a curiosity-driven question that promises insight or clarity, and you're not just saying, download this, you're inviting them to discover something more about themselves. Now, the second part, diagnose, This is the body of your quiz. You ask smart, intentional questions that help you understand where the person is in their journey. You're segmenting them, qualifying whether they're a good fit for your offer, and if so, which version of your offer fits best. And this is a pro tip. These questions should also feel valuable to the quiz taker. The best quizzes make people think, oh, that's a great question. I hadn't thought of it that way. Then the third one is prescribe. Now you deliver the result, a tailored outcome based on their responses. This is where you reflect their situation back to them in a way that builds trust. Offer insight, not just a label. And most importantly, bridge to the next step, whether that's booking a call, downloading a resource, signing up for a webinar, or making a purchase. This prescription is your first opportunity to serve your lead before they even pay you. So, just a little bit of a bonus. The quiz framework types, depending on your business model and goals, you can structure your quiz in a few different ways. There are three most common type quizzes, which organize people into distinct categories. For example, what's your client attraction type? Killer quizzes, which reveal common mistakes or gaps. For example, what's your number one lead generation blind spot? And score quizzes, which are kind of like the hardest to build, measure readiness, capability, or fit. For example, what's your sales funnel readiness score? So each of these serve a slightly different purpose, but all lead naturally to your offer. Now let's talk about the process. And this is where most people go wrong. They start by writing fun quiz questions, but that's not where you begin if you want your funnel to convert. As you can see here on this slide, we've reversed the order. So now you start with the offer, you go to the hook, and then followed by the bridge. Whereas in the previous slide, it was the hook, the bridge, and the offer. So when you create a quiz, always start with the end in mind, as my mentor once told me. Start with the offer, and everything begins with what you ultimately are trying to sell. So ask yourself, is it a single offer or multiple offers? Are you selling a service, a course, a product, or booking calls? Is the next step a webinar, an appointment, or a download? This is the foundation because your quiz is the bridge to that offer. Now, if you skip this step, your quiz will be entertaining but ineffective. Then next you have to define your outcomes, also known as the buckets. These are personalized results that someone will receive after completing your quiz. Aim for 3 to 5 buckets or outcomes, and this keeps it manageable and strategic. Each outcome should align with one of your offers or a version of your offer. So think of these as profiles, types, or stages of readiness. The tip is, if you have only one offer, you might customize the messaging based on their goals, experience level, or primary challenge. And that becomes a perceived customization, as opposed to having a pure customization for your funnel, where every single outcome leads to a different offer. Then you move to step 2, which is to choose your quiz topic and create your hook. Now that you know your offer and outcomes, you can start crafting a quiz topic that pulls people in and connects the dots. Your topic should hint at the transformation or clarity, something your audience wants to learn about themselves. Then build the hook around it using one of the frameworks we covered earlier: type, killer, or score. For example, if your offer is a one-to-one consulting and your buckets are based on a business stage, your quiz might be, what stage of business growth are you in? Then you move into the third part of building the quiz, which is the bridge. What you want to keep in mind is basically aim for 5 to 12 questions, enough to give insight, but not too long. Include questions that help you diagnose and segment the quiz takers. Make them easy and enjoyable to answer. Think multiple choice or sliders. Include at least 1 to 2 invisible segmentation questions. These help you place people into the right buckets without them even realizing it. Then build a lead capture and a bridge to the offer. So once they finish the quiz, prompt them to enter their email address to receive their result. And on the result page, give them immediate value. plus a call to action that guides them to the next step, like a discovery call, attend a webinar, or even go to your sales page. Remember, the goal isn't just data collection, it's about building a connection. So, to summarize everything, the correct quiz building order is think of the offer first, think of your outcomes, then go and build the hook based on your topic and the quiz framework. Then, after that, followed by the questions, the lead capture, and then, of course, your follow up. And that's how you build a funnel and not just a quiz. So, this is an example of a quiz funnel that we built for a client of ours. He's a corporate trainer who specialized in project management training. He had 3 audiences: beginners in project management, those who wanted to become certified as project management professionals, and then the last one were those who were already certified, so they've got their PMPs, and they wanted more advanced level training, such as ROI or leadership skills. So what we did was, because he had 3 offers, 3 buckets, we built a quiz to basically segment the quiz takers into either one of those buckets. And so you can see now this is how the funnel worked for him. So let's tie it all together. At the start of today's session, we looked at 3 major challenges many of you face when it comes to list building. Challenge number 1, I don't have time to create more content. A quiz funnel replaces the constant grind of content creation. Once it's built, you can send traffic to it again and again. It works while you sleep without needing to post new freebies every month. So that's how you can grow your list without spending all day creating content. You can finally focus on delivering your offers and not just promoting them. So instead of what else do I need to keep my list growing, you get to ask, how can I get more people to take the quiz that I already have? The second challenge is I'm not attracting the right leads. They're not converting. So a quiz funnel qualifies and segments your audience. This is how to attract the right leads without wondering if it'll actually work. So you're no longer guessing who's who. The quiz sorts them for you, so you can send the right offer to the right person. This leads to better conversions, more relevant follow-ups, higher conversion rates. So instead of spray and pray marketing, you're building intentional pathways. And the third challenge is I want to personalize my marketing, but I get stuck in the tech. So a quiz funnel delivers personalization without needing you to write 17 versions of your welcome email. So you personalize your marketing without getting stuck in the tech because the logic is built in. Your follow-up emails are tailored based on their answers, so you can build genuine connections. And if you use the right tool, and I'll show you mine next, you don't need to be a tech wizard to make it work. So the takeaway is quiz funnels don't just grow your list, they make it smarter. Smarter conversions, smarter targeting, smarter lead nurturing. And all of it can be set up once and work for you continuously. This is how you stop hustling and start scaling with systems that serve both you and your audience. So now that you know a bit more about quiz funnels and how it works and how it could possibly fit into your business, what's next? I invite you to take my quiz. What type of quiz funnel would deliver the best results for you? When you've completed the quiz, you'll be taken to my Quiz Funnel Accelerator service page, and you can book a free quiz funnel strategy engagement call there. You also have the option to work with me inside the Quiz Funnel Accelerator, where my team and I will map out your quiz, build it for you, and get it launched without all the guesswork. So before I go into the logistics, what you walk away with at the end of the Quiz Funnel Strategy Engagement Call session is a done-for-you quiz funnel blueprint, a segmentation strategy, clear steps to delegate or implement, and a plan for a quiz you can actually use to generate leads. So these are the details for the Quiz Funnel Strategy Engagement Call. You get a 2 one-hour private sessions via Zoom, an audit of your current lead generation and funnel objectives, custom quiz funnel flow and segmentation logic, a quiz structure, outcomes, follow-up, strategy recommendations, and a strategic insight into quiz titles, hooks, and copy angles. Now, since this is a free strategy engagement call, I invite you to apply as I will need specific information in order for the session to be beneficial for you and as well as be a good use of my time. So I'll share the QR code with you shortly. So here it is. When you scan the QR code, you'll be taken to the quiz landing page and you'll be asked for your email details. With that, I'll be able to email you the quiz creation flow diagram for your reference. So please put in a working email address. And as a bonus, you'll also enter my weekly newsletter list under Connect the Marketing Dots. And honestly, you can unsubscribe if you don't find it useful. I won't take it personally. I know how our inboxes get a ton of email. And finally, if you're curious about the tool that we use to build our quiz funnels, it's called Score App. You can scan the QR code here to check it out. It's my affiliate link. Score App's great in that you can start for free and only pay once you hit 10 leads. Now, if you sign up using this specific link, then you'll enjoy 50% discount off your first month. And not to worry, I'll share this special deal with you in my follow-up email. And that's it. So thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and let's chat.